Hi guys, Yang here, back from YCS Niagara. I'm fully rested now. I was really tired when I got back. I want to show my deck that I use for the weekend. I did not do well because it wasn't that I misplayed or anything. It wasn't that my deck was bad. It was just that it's very unfortunate things that happen. I'll talk about it when I do the deck profile. But before that, I want to show the coin that I got for pre-regging. So before I forget, if I don't show this, I'll probably forget because it was a nice Blue Eyes coin. Yeah, these are, well, everyone gets one for pre-regging, but it could be different designs and all. These are really cool. I'm a fan. I'll keep that up there. Anyways, I play Runick Spright. No hand traps because I think hand traps are very average this format. So let's zoom in. So yeah, there was a lot of 90% of decks I saw there were either tier or sprite, or a combination of both, whatnot. So these cards I really don't need to say anything, so I'll just talk about my matchups. So I was off to a very unfortunate start already. In round one, I had to play against someone who main decks anti-spell fragrance, and what was funny was I rolled at 11 and he also rolled at 11, so I happened to lose the die roll after that, and he anti-spelled me. He was playing Tri-Brigade and he anti-spelled me and I lost. Game 2 I won. Game 3 I got flooded out by anti-spell. There can be only one and the wind barrier statue. I already know I was off to a bad start. I was off to a very bad day after that. So yeah, I played a catch-up game from the very beginning. I won 3 in a row. After that, beat Runick Spright in 2 tiers. Because my deck was built mainly to face Sprite and tier. Oh yeah, 3 Beaver. So the best cards in my deck were actually were these common cards and these 2 anglers. I could play this at 3 too, but I thought Beaver was much better to draw than Angler because the normal summon was very impactful. Gives you the immediate 2 bodies, and they have to answer the Beaver. If not, I just make Gigantic. And we got 3 Swap Frogs. And after I win 3 in a row, round 5 I have to play against Drytron. Again, another tier 2 deck or whatever. And I lost the die roll once again. Jesus, this is rough. These are the rogue matchups that I need to win the die roll against. I just got flooded out by that Vanity's Fiend. Not that one, but the high one. And the Herald and Orange Lights in hand. I just didn't open the hand to deal with that board. And I happened to lose. And game 3 was the same scenario. 3 tips. All the Runick cards are very good. Without testing, my biggest fear with this deck was not having the battle phase. But actually it doesn't really hurt. Like, unless it goes to time, but it goes to time, you have the when it's near time, you always side in the red resonator to make up the difference. And all the Runick cards are very good. The Freezing Curse is the Imperm. The Flashing Fire is the pop a special summon monster. And the Destruction, which I play too, is MST. The third one is in the side deck. I should probably main deck it because I don't see quick plays. I don't see my Runick quick plays enough. I play like a good number of them. I play 11 in the main deck and I still don't see them enough. So I'll probably up this to 3, so make it 12. And the one fountain searchable to any of the quick play, summoning the Hugin. Oh, Hugin, however you say that name. 3 starter, obviously. And then 3 Dark Ruler. Like losing, I'm never good at die rolls, so I'm losing the die rolls. So I lost a lot of game 1s, and I was just playing catch up all day. I feel like it was just a very unfortunate event for me. And these Starlight Red cards, the expensive cards were actually probably the most underperforming cards in my deck. Like, I don't know if I want to play these cards again. Like the hands that I will have this, I will also have this too. Like, they kind of counter at each other. So obviously you want to see this over this. If you see both, like, that's kind of dead because nobody plays hand traps. I think I only got hit by Ash like one time. Most of it was I got hit by Imperm maybe like 4 to 5 times, and nothing else really. Last minute decision, I decided to take out the call by and add 2 pots to make it 42 cards. So this card really performed. The theory was I wanted to see my side deck cards, so this helped a lot to see it. And like I said, these common cards in the deck are the best cards in the deck. Like, there are a lot of times where I wish I have a second Smasher in the deck, so I want to see if I can change it to where I want to play 2 Smasher. And then the Foolish. Foolish is insane because just dump the Angler straight from the deck, and you don't even use your normal summon. There goes the 2 Beavers. And if you have another Beaver in hand, you normal summon the other Beaver, summon 1 back from the graveyard, and that's insane. Like, that's without even entering the Sprite and the Swap Frog stuff. I think Runick Spright is the best version of Sprite by far, like, hands down. But my opinion though. And then 2 Gigantic, 2 Elf. I was debating on playing the third, and but I play this deck so fast that I never needed the third Elf, and the third one never came up, so it's fine. 1 Toad. IP, literally make her like 90% of the time going first. Have to play her. The Cerberus and the area. So the theory was without the battle phase, I want to clear the Elf and Toad. With Cerberus, after we clear the Elf, we can pop the Toad or Cerberus and then make area and steal their Toad. That's the theory. And then Unicorn for IP. And I wanted like a big boss monster that I could go into if needed. And there goes the access code. And then Sky Cavalry, Zeus. The Zeus package, I did not have room for the downer. I played the 2 Hugin and 1 Gary. Never summoned Gary, but I thought in theory this could come up. So this could probably be a downer magician going forward. But Gary is still fine though. Like, the effect is very solid. Like, on summon, you can add the Fountain back from the graveyard. And when this guy is killed by battle, it pops a card on the field. Like, it cannot be popped by card effects, so it could save you too. That's the extra deck. Then I played, for going first, I played 3 Shadow. Shadow was very, very good against, basically for tier, because none of their graveyard stuff triggers. The danger stuff doesn't trigger in the graveyard. So tier, this won me my tier matchups. I played against 2 tier. I won both of them because of this card. And then I also have 3 Eradicator. This is for a lot of things, like tier, even Sprite, Runics, Mystic Mine, back row decks, everything basically. That's why I always like Eradicator. And then evenly, again, for tiers, any back row deck. And then Lava Golem. Lava Golem was very good. Again, mainly, again, for tiers, Sprite. The only complaint I had was without testing, I find it very troublesome siding in this card and taking out the cards because this conflicts with Beaver. And the ratios of siding pattern, I couldn't figure it out to my fullest yet. So sometimes I would draw this game too, and then I was also have Beaver in my hand that I couldn't normal summon. And then we have the Resonator, Harpies, and then the one last Destruction. That's the extra deck. So like I promise I will do a combo here. Let me shuffle it up real quick. It was very fun. Obviously, this is my 3rd time to Niagara. I was very disappointed because the first 2 times I at least either made it to the last round in day 1 or made it to the day 2 the second time. I was most confident this time around, but just without testing, I still feel my deck was not flawed at all. It's just very unfortunate to roll at 11 in first round and lose to someone who main decks anti-spell fragrance. Like, it's rough. Like, it was really rough. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Is what it is. Alright, let's see here. So after some deliberate shuffling, cut. Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay. So we'll go 5. It's super consistent. I did brick one time though in the round 6. It was against my teammate Larry. He's playing Life Twin Spright. My opening hand was like Fountain, triple tack, Dark Ruler, and something else. I couldn't remember. I just couldn't play that game. So here we have Dark Ruler, Spright Elf, Spright Blue, Spright Jet, and the Destruction. So any Runick card, if you want to hold it for defense, you can hold it, or you can use it to play your guys. So in this scenario, if you want to go all out, you use the Destruction, summon Hugin. Hugin effect will dump the Angler to add the Fountain. So Fountain is here, and then you'll trigger Angler effects to summon a couple of Nimble Beavers. And then from here, we'll go Gigantic, and then we'll go Gigantic effect. Because we have the Sprite stuff in hand already. Like, I was able to end on this very consistently. Like 90% of the time. I wouldn't say every time, like, that'll sound kind of ignorant. But like 90% of the time I was able to end on Elf, Toad, Sprite, Smasher, and IP. So Elf will bring back the Swat Frog. Swat Frog will send again. And then they'll banish to summon the Ronin. We'll do that. Make the Toad. And then we will summon the Jet. Jet will search for Smasher. So in this scenario, I do like to hold for follow-up. Hold the blue in hand for follow-up. Trade these off for the IP. Because I never play into Super Poly anymore. Because in the past, I always play into Super Poly by either summoning Doofrog or having a Carrot or Red on field. But you don't need it. Like, this board is mighty enough for them to deal with already. Like, without Dark Ruler, you're never losing this game. Because nobody main decks like Sphere Mode or anything like that. So yeah. Elf, Toad, IP, and Smasher. And for their turn, you can like bring back Jet with this guy, and then Jet will search for starter, and then you can go IP effect into a Unicorn, and then Unicorn effect you can pitch the Dark Ruler, and then you still have the two. I'll test it again. Like, for losing in round 6 and breaking, it was just solely karma, because I was shit talking that Life Twin Spright was the worst version of Spright. Literally the round before that, I was just chatting with my teammate about that. I was just making fun of that deck, and then I would immediately get that deck and karma would just catch up to me. Like, and I just completely brick. I swear to God, I never draw unplayable with this deck. Literally never. So I'll make an example again with another test hand. Oh, the Beaver haven't shuffled back yet. I also got deck checked again at round 5. Very annoyed by that, because my deck check percentage is rather high. Not a fan. Like, it just wastes more time. So there's the 5. Let's see here. So, and yeah, another broken hand. Like, this format is just very Dyro heavy. Like, if you're going second, like, without Dark Ruler. So this hand is actually super insane. So we'll go starter. The way I will play is always activate starter first. Next we'll go summon Jet effect. Since we have blue already in hand, Jet will always grab Smasher. I used to hate Smasher, but I learned the way. Like, Smasher is the way. And then we'll go blue effect. Blue effect will, in rotation, search for Jet for follow-up. Because there's no need to summon out the red or whatever, because they can hand trap us. I want them to hand trap me. And then we'll go Gigantic again. Gigantic effect will make the frog play live again. Then we'll go Elf bring back swap. Swap sent swap. Ronin banish swap. And then after that, we'll go, since we have tip destruction, so we'll go destruction, summon out. Okay, we cannot do that because we have the elf on top there. So before that, for sure, we would summon the Hugin, but then this does the same thing anyways. So we'll go tip at the fountain. We'll play the fountain because these are essentially our hand traps in hand. So we'll activate the fountain, and now they have to deal with Smasher, the elf potentially 2 times, and then a MST and a special summon pop in hand. And we have a draw 3 with fountain in their play. So yes, that's all for the deck. I was able to resolve like draw 1, draw 2, draw 3 with fountain at the event quite often. Mainly the draw 2 though, because I really want to play more Runick crit plays, so I can utilize the draw 2 and draw 3 more often. But yes, please comment down below, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys. Hopefully I don't have to wait a week to make my Labyrinth deck. That's probably what I'll do next. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye bye.